Things you should never do when pressing a kettlebell, or else you could strain your neck, strain your back, hurt your shoulder, or worse. Today I'm going to go over my top 7 things you need to avoid when you're doing kettlebell presses. Especially number 7, you want to stick around for that one. That is the most important one that ties them all together. So let's jump into it. The first one is never relax your body when you're doing a kettlebell press. The kettlebell press is a full body exercise. You should have full tension. Your whole body should be tight and pressing that bell overhead. Okay? You never want to just hang out and try to press the bell. You have no power that way. The bell's not going to go up. You're not just hanging out and try to press that bell up. Okay, you want to tense the body, press up, fire it down. You want to, it's a full body movement, all right? So never relax your body, all right? Which leads me to step 2, never relax your grip. When you're pressing that bell, you want to channel the energy upward, okay? You want to channel the energy from the ground. Your whole body should be tense, and then you have to finish that press strong by gripping and squeezing as hard as you can that kettlebell. If you relax your grip, you're losing a lot of power. So if you just kind of try to open hand, you're trying to press that bell up overhead, just doing reps. I've seen people do it like this. You know, they're trying to like press it up, and they're just kind of repping them out. They're not paying attention. You need to focus when you're doing a kettlebell press. Okay, you want to grip the bell, squeeze the hand as hard as you can. Squeeze your other fist, full body's tight. It should go up strong and powerfully. Okay, you're powering it up. Okay, that leads me to my third thing. Never just press with the bent wrist. Don't relax your wrist. I've seen people do this all the time. They're trying to press the bell, their wrist is like this, and they're trying to press the bell up. They don't have any power. Their hand's probably open. Most of the time it's open. They're trying to squeeze their hand, but they're trying to press from this position, and they don't have, that is very bad for the wrist. So if you're pressing the bell and your wrist is bent, you do not have any stability in that wrist. So you can hurt your wrist, especially pressing heavier. So if you're trying to press with a bent backwards wrist like that, you have no grip. For one, you can't squeeze the bell. 2, you don't have that energy. You don't have the full body energy and tension like we covered in step 1. Tense your whole body because you're too focused on trying to press the bell. You have no grip. You have no squeeze here. You have no energy and tension. No tension equals less strength and power to press the bell. Plus, you can strain and sprain your wrist. Okay, so never, ever, ever, ever press with a bent wrist. If your wrist is going to be anything, it should be straight vertical or even bent this way, so you can have that strong grip and you can squeeze the heck out of that bell. Wrist should be forward, never back, so you can have a strong grip to press up that kettlebell strong. Just like that, okay? So those are 3. Number 4, never hold your breath. And when you're doing a kettlebell press, you want to channel your breath. Your breath is your power. Your breath is your energy. Your breath allows you to press it up overhead effectively. If you're holding your breath, for one, you're creating inner tension. Of course, you're causing some blood pressure. You're causing too much tension in your body, and you're not going to have that release of pressure and power that you would if you power breathe, which is what you should do. So you never want to just get the bell and hold your breath and never breathe. For one, you're gonna pass out. You can't do that very long. You're causing too much pressure in your head and your whole body. You're gonna feel that too much tension. You're not gonna be able to press right. Okay? Never hold your breath. Instead, you want to power breathe. Okay? Your breath should be powered up, breathe up on the way up, and then as you come down, you pull it down. So it looks like this. Power it up, pull it down, reload. Power it up while keeping your abs engaged. Up, down, up, and pull it down. just like that, okay? So always, always power breathe, never hold your breath when you're doing a kettlebell press. All right, and that leads to the press itself. Never press straight upward or out here to the side, okay? So if I see people just pressing straight up here, that's not the best range of motion for the shoulder. Neither is out here. That's actually very, very vulnerable shoulder pressing position way out here because your shoulder's way out here out of the socket. And so the first one you want to avoid is just pressing this way, because if you try that, your shoulder is not strong and stable. Okay, never just press straight up. Like as the same thing, never press right out, way out here. I'm not even going to do that because that's bad for my shoulder. But I'm going to show you what that might look like. I'll give a tiny bell. So never do bad technique with a decently sized weight belt. So I have a little belt here. Okay, so I've seen this in the gym. Bent wrist, they're pressing out here. That's what they're doing. No grip, no tension here, just relaxed, just trying to press. Okay, bent wrist, that's not what you want. You never want to come way out here or here. Okay, like that or like that. You never want to press that way. For one, you can't press much. This is a small weight valve. This is a small valve for a man. So that is something you want to avoid when you're doing a press. Okay. Instead, you want to do a J press. What is a J press? Okay, this is what a J press looks like. So you have your front press right here, not to do, or you're way out here, not to do. Okay, you want to be right in this area because that's the strongest position for your shoulder to go through its range of motion all the way to the top. So what does that look like? So after you clean it up, it's like a slight J movement. You're making a J upward, J up, right up overhead. Locking out your elbow at the top. You lock it strong at the top, okay? And then you're gonna pull down that same J reverse. Powering it up, pulling it down, okay? Which leads me to another part I want to add in when you're pressing. Thing never to do is never just press and just keep your elbow bent, okay? It's too much strain on the shoulder. You want to lock that elbow, and for one, you're losing out on that tricep activation, okay? You want to press, J out, strong. Lock out that elbow. Even like overly emphasize the tricep contraction by making a candlestick at the top. You're going to really fire that tricep because the tricep is a pressing muscle, press or push, okay? So you want to go through that movement in that J, coming out and around and locking at the top and really locking that elbow. Lock your elbow, fire the tricep. That's going to support the shoulder, which leads, once you put those two together, you have a good strong press. Okay, we'll put all those together from the beginning. But at the top, this is something you want to avoid as well. Never, ever, ever just drop the bell. Okay, for one, you could risk injury. You could hit yourself on the head, for one. So when you're pressing the bell, press it up. Never just want to drop it carelessly, okay? Never do that, okay? You're going to jolt yourself. Something is going to have to absorb that, that drop of the bell, and it's probably not going to be the right, it might be your spine, it might be, you know, your back or some other areas of your body, but you never want to just drop the kettlebell, okay? What you want to do is, when you press strong, lock the elbow at the top, with that J movement I just talked about, you want to pull the bell down. Pull it. Not drop, pull. Like you're doing a one-arm pull-up. You want to pull down. That's activating your lat right into that rack position. Okay? So as you pull it down, you want to picture yourself like you're doing, like I said, a pull-up, pulling yourself up with the arm. Once you do that, you're firing your lat, your big back muscle here. You're pulling it down. The weight, the kettlebell, you're firing the back muscle, your lat. Because what does this muscle do? It's a pulling movement. Pull your back, like you're doing a pull-up. So you activate and pull. You're going to sit on that lat because your lat is a strong, powerful muscle, and you want to sit it right onto that lat, your lat position, or muscle right here, okay? And the only ways you do that is to activate it by pulling, and it'll sit right here. You can practice that. You can feel it on your lat muscle right here. Okay, something to practice. So never drop it. Always pull that kettlebell down. Okay, so press and then pull, 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 pull as you breathe in, and then press it back up. Just like that. So many reps you're doing, and then you set it down, okay? Set it down safely. Which leads to number 7, okay? The last part, and I think the most important thing you should never do when you're doing a kettlebell press, which if you don't do this right, all these really don't matter because they're going to be bad anyway, okay? So pay attention to this one. This is the most important one, okay? Never, ever, ever press the kettlebell from a bad or crappy kettlebell clean, okay? What does a crappy, bad kettlebell clean look like? Well, it's a lot of cleans that a lot of people I've seen at the gym do a lot of the times, okay? It's just try to get that bell up. All right, I'm up, I'm here. Now let me just try to press it now. Okay, look at my body. It's twisted, it's rotated, my elbow's bent. You never want to do a bad clean. Okay, just trying to get it up, open to the rack position, and then pressing it. See, you're just trying to get it. You cannot press a kettlebell safely, effectively, with the most power that you can generate in strength with the bad kettlebell clean. Remember this. The better your kettlebell clean, the better and stronger and safer your kettlebell press is going to be. So it's important that you get this clean down. If you don't do a good clean, all these other ones, like I said, they're not going to matter. Your body's going to relax anyway. You're going to bend your wrist. You're going to relax your grip. You're not going to have the full tension. Your breath's going to be thrown off because if you clean it and then you're trying to absorb that punch from the kettlebell, and your breath, you're just trying to recenter your breath. And then you're trying to press it from there. That's not how you do it. Okay, and then like I said, you're gonna press is gonna be probably off to the side. It's not gonna be lined up and locked in as it should be. And it all stems from a good kettlebell clean. The better your clean, the better your press. So practice the kettlebell clean. I have a video going in depth on the clean. The top things to look for, how to do a good clean, what to avoid even more in depth. That video will be right here next after this one or in the description. Check that out, learn the clean. Because once you get a good clean down, then you can press it strong. Okay, it should look like this. Putting it all together, tying it all together from the foundation, which is the good clean. You're cleaning it, lock, press, press, okay? And as you do a better and better clean, you're going to have more strength and power, and you'll be able to press more weight overhead. More weight, more strength. As you get stronger, you're going to build more lean muscle as well. Because as you get stronger, your muscles get bigger and stronger. Yeah, that's how you get stronger. So, you'll be able to press heavier weight with the strong clean, doing all this with the strong clean is the foundation. But if you put it all together, you'll be able to press stronger and more weight, more effectively and more safely. If you don't, you're not going to be able to do this. I can't press this weight with a crappy clean and a crappy 7 here that I'm trying to avoid, all these mistakes, okay? But when I do it right and I put them all together and harness them together, you can get a strong clean and a strong press. Okay, locking out. Good, strong, every time, all right? Those are my top 7 mistakes to avoid when you're doing a kettlebell press. 7 things to never, ever do. If you're doing one of those, stop doing it right now. Rewatch this video, watch the mistake you're doing and the correction I gave you and how to fix that, okay? And like I said, I have a clean video, kettlebell clean, how to do the clean, because all this doesn't matter if you don't clean the kettlebell up well and properly and with excellent technique. Watch that video next. And once you get this down, if you have these exercises, I have a 10-minute full body kettlebell workout. You can start applying the clean to, the swing to, a couple of different exercises with the kettlebell so you can get a full body kettlebell workout in 10 minutes. One kettlebell, 10 minutes is all you need. That's absolutely free. Comment KB10 in the comments. I'll shoot that over to you. Or you can grab that. But you want to make sure you have something to go, a workout to do, something to practice. You can practice your swing, your clean, your press, all that stuff, your row with the kettlebell in 10 minutes. Okay? So if you want that, comment KB10 in the comments. I'll shoot that over to you. Otherwise, rewatch this video, learn these steps, get rid of all these 7 mistakes that you may be doing. Get rid of them and learn how to do it the right way, as I just showed you. Thanks for watching this video. Keep training strong, keep pressing strong, keep training with kettlebells, keep getting stronger every day, getting better, getting fitter, one day at a time with the kettlebell. Until then, I'll see you in the next video, the clean video right here. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the process. Train strong.